Hey guys, how you doing tonight? Excited about this review. I don't think anyone has actually done a full review on this house, if I'm not mistaken. There's tons of talk about it in the chat rooms, fragrance rooms, a lot of hype about it, but I don't think anyone has done a full review on one of their fragrances. I might be mistaken if I missed something in a search on YouTube somewhere, but this one for me is just drop dead spectacular. As an aside, the music you'll hear during the clips at the beginning of the video is from a fellow fume head. So I wanted to give out a shout out to Mike, incredibly talented singer and excellent taste in fragrance. But anyway, there will be a link to his CD if anybody is interested down below. I don't think anyone has done a review on this house, and it's one of my favorites, right up along with Amouage and Guerlain and Tower and some of the better lines. And it's drop dead, knock me off my feet, spectacular house that I am absolutely in love with. So I'm anxious to get started. Let's go!
Him home. He's like the son I might have known if God had granted me a son. The summer's day, one by one, how soon they fly on and on. And I am old and will be gone.
Isn't he like an amazing singer? He sends chills up and down my spine. I mean, he's not as good as me with my Oh Mickey in Spanish on my Bond number 9 video, but he can't be perfect, you know. Just kidding, Mike. Okay, so this fragrance in this house, just absolutely amazing. By the way, those pictures, I did those on my iPhone. I think they turned out pretty good for iPhone pictures, but at the beginning. So, Xerjoff Shooting Stars Collection. Get the little bag undone here. And there it is. Absolutely incredible bottle. I'll tell you, I have had this on now for 14 hours on this wrist, and got the dry down about an hour in and hour and a half in, and it smells identical to the way it smelled 13-14 hours ago with one spray on my wrist. I have not sprayed any more. Just amazing. It's an incredible line, Italian house. The top notes are listed as lemon, orange, and artemisia. The mid, iris, orange flower, and vetiver. And then the base, vanilla, amber, and musk. This is the Shooting Stars line. They have 3 or 4 different lines. Casa Marati, which harkens back to the old Italian fragrances of the 1800s. With the Shooting Stars line, each one of them in the Shooting Stars line is named after a location that experienced a meteoric event, some type of a meteor shower. There's Dhofar, Udin, Oroville, Modoc, Neo, Ozol, and Kobe. And I know that some of the other ones get a lot more hype, a lot more play, but I'll just say from the outset that I am a iris freak. I love it in fragrance, and that's probably why I love this one, the Dior Bois d'Argent, as much as I do, because it is also an iris-centered fragrance. And although they're completely different, I still see the similarity there between the two, just because of that iris note. With this one, the Modoc, it's, for me, it's the iris that sold me. So that's why I picked this one above some of the more popular ones like Dhofar, just because I love the iris. Excuse the submarine sound. I forgot to turn my email off. But just like some houses have, or many houses have, one note that plays a recurring theme throughout their collection. For instance, like Guerlain, it's all about vanilla, and you'll see that as a recurring theme from fragrance to fragrance. Amouage, it's the silver frankincense, the rock rose, the ambergris, the incense that you see pretty much throughout. With this line and with Xerjoff, it's iris. And you'll find that note recurring in many of their fragrances, so no wonder I'm such a huge fan of the house. Iris, I think, is a fascinating note in fragrance because it's so versatile. It can be very sweet and floral, like in Iris Poudre by Frederic Malle, or it can be woody. It can be almost an incensey type of note. It just depends on how it's manipulated by the perfumier. And in this case, and with this fragrance in particular, with Modoc, it has as the note, the iris note, it's called orris, or iris butter. And it's got the real deal, genuine iris butter, which is very costly to actually produce and include in fragrance. And that makes this, in my opinion, outstanding. Like I said, a lot of people aren't iris fans, but that's why it's my favorite. So if you're not a big fan of iris, you're probably not going to care for this. The longevity, second to none. The top, when you first spray it, you get that blast of, it's a lemony orangey kind of thing. So it's light at the beginning, but what is so odd about it is when it dries down, you get that beautiful iris butter scent combined with a musky base with just a touch of amber. So the picture that I get with it is like being in a very old bookstore and it's all first edition books. I get the smell of old books with this, combined with the most expensive wood smell imaginable, like some extremely old, extremely rich rosewood type of sandalwood almost feel to it. And when it dries down, you're left with that beautiful iris lingering above like a sandalwoody vetiver base. It's really like a almost like a floral woody vetiver combination. So Dan, Vetiver King, if you're listening, I'm sure you've tried this already, but it's a Florentine iris kind of with a heart of a woody musky vetiver base. It wears second to none. It's regal, dressy. I think the projection is very good. 1 or 2 sprays, guys, on this one. It'll last forever on you. And you notice it on yourself all day. You'll smell it on yourself, but it's not one of those fragrances that you'll get sick of smelling. It's subtle, but at the same time regal and elegant and sophisticated. It's just beautiful. Age range, definitely not teens on this. I could see a mature gentleman wearing it, somebody early 30s, late 20s maybe. I could wear it in the summer. It's got that, there's kind of that woody element to it, which is almost like a forest element, but at the same time it's warm and enveloping, so it'd be great for winter also. I don't think the heat would cause it to be cloying just because it's such a beautiful smell. Definitely. Year-round, dressy occasion, special occasion. It's not a casual fragrance, but it's just gorgeous. Comes in this really cool little bag, or you can get the really fancy presentation box. The bottle to me seems small. It's a 50 ml, but maybe that's just because I have it up beside this Dunkin' Dior bottle that you could take a bath in, but definitely check it out. If you go to min.com, you can do their bespoke sample service and get, I don't know, it's a nominal fee, and then you can get 5 or 10 samples, but definitely try it. It's beautiful, heavy crystal bottle. It's got the Modoc inscribed at the bottom, beautiful gold plate on the front, and the X inscribed on the back. This is easily one of my very top fragrances that I have, that I'm crazy about, right along with Jubilation 25 and Bois d'Argent by Christian Dior. It's a fantastic line. Some of their way high-end fragrances, the bottles are stunning. They're Murano glass bottles, and then they have others that are carved from solid quartz. Check out their website if you haven't. It's a gorgeous website. So they are introducing, I think next week or within the next week or so, they'll be available their Oud Stars line based on oud fragrance. I have not tried that, but I hear it's spectacular. So that's my take on Modoc. You guys have a good night. Take care.